Am I concerned? Am I concerned about the fact that we've lost two games on the spin in pre-season? Not particularly, no, because pre-season is just that. It's about fitness. It's about getting match sharpness. It's about building that team cohesion and chemistry and getting back to a place where you're at your optimum ahead of the season. There is still another game, Emirates Cup this weekend, for us to continue in that trajectory that I just mentioned. So no, I'm not concerned. However, you do want to be winning games no matter the circumstances, whether it's preseason or other. But I won't say I'm majorly concerned in that Tottenham game. Although Tottenham did hit the woodwork, I believe two or three times, um, they wasn't particularly threatening. For the lion's share of the game, I feel like we was in control. There was maybe a 20-minute spell just before halftime when they got their goal, and then early into the second half where they was probing. I wouldn't say they were threatening, but they were probing. And even the goal they scored was from a bad pass, I would say, from Raya to Miles Lewis Skelly. It should have never gone into that area. We know how press resistant Miles Lewis Skelly is, but that ball still should have never gone into him, considering there was three or four players surrounding him. And should he lose that ball in that position, Raya, now you're at least 30, 40, 35 yards away from goal, So that's exactly what happened. And then Saar just, lobbed one over Raya, and then that's how they got their goal. But as I say, apart from that, there wasn't particularly threatening. Us, on the other hand, I'm not going to now pretend we was the most dangerous, but we were controlling it. And of course, in pre-season, there's always mass changes and substitutions and things of that nature. So yeah, that was that. And then in this Villarreal game, what did concern me, if I was going to say there is one thing that concerned me, is how open we were at the back, and it didn't really seem like it took a lot for Villarreal to penetrate our back line, pause, and get shots off on goals, and have Raya, having to pick the ball out of the net. The Pepe goal, I believe, it was very scrappy. They had a shot and then it was saved, and they came back out and then he clips it. It was just really scrappy. Um, and then even the third goal, counter attack, long ball, and um, Gabriel, who had just came on as a substitute. Of course, he hasn't played in many, many months, and he's obviously been recovering from his injury. But he was trying to play offside, him not realizing that he was even past the half